this in a while.
Yeah, it's been
a while.
Even down.
Sunglasses on.
Sunglasses on.
Hi everyone. We're
Hi,
back.
We're back. Yay.
We're back. A dinosaur story. Do you remember that movie? Welcome to Reels on Wheels. I am Justin, and this is my friend Aireen.
Hi.
Thought you were gonna say your name, but we do that at the end. Wow, we're rusty. Today we are going to see
Nice.
Independence Day Resurgence. Yeah. So we actually have been really busy and haven't had a time to get together to go see movies, but
yeah, Justin's been on the road doing shows.
Yeah.
Have you seen Justin on the road? Have you said hi? Have you stopped by his table?
No one did.
Right.
Before we talk about Independence Day and our expectations,
I took notes on the
did
first
you?
one.
Okay.
Yeah, but go
well,
ahead.
we haven't had time to see a movie together, but we've seen movies with our Siggies.
Yeah. Pop Star.
We saw Pop Star.
Uh-huh.
And what do you give that?
I give it a Reels.
You give it a Reels?
Yeah, it was awesome.
I also give Pop Star a
hilarious.
Reels. It's really bizarre and weird and
The
funny.
Lonely Island guys. You can't go wrong.
I saw Ninja Turtles
Okay.
for my birthday.
Yeah.
Which was...
Is that your all-time favorite franchise?
I think so, yeah. So if you like the campiness of the cartoon and the video games, that movie is a Reels. I would go see that. It's really cheesy and stupid and fun. And then we saw X-Men, or I saw X-Men. Did you see X-Men?
I saw X-Men, yeah.
And what?
Discuss the grossness of X-Men.
Yeah. What do you? How do you feel about that?
Wheels.
That's a Wheels.
My first Wheels, like, oh god, like.
And I kind of wish we were together to watch it and dissect it more, but that's not a good movie.
No.
I saw Central Intelligence with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, how'd you like that?
And Kevin Hart, and that is a huge reel. That is so funny.
Nice.
Those are our sort of quick recommends or quick reviews of movies we've seen without each other. So Independence Day, what do you got?
Well, let's go back to when they first had the trailers.
Okay.
I was looking at the trailers like, was anyone asking for the sequel? Really?
Yeah, like a resurgence.
Really?
Hey.
It's just one of those precious movies where you kind of don't touch it. So,
When they announced the movie,
yeah,
were you and then they started saying like, guess who's back?
not excited.
You weren't excited.
No, I'm not
okay.
excited at all. It wasn't until the latest trailer, before it came out,
Right.
where I got a little bit excited. Like, okay, maybe they're saving the best nuggets for last, and maybe it's actually going to be good.
Because they said that a lot of the cast members were going to be back, and then they said Will Smith wasn't going to be back, and I said,
That
well
kind
then.
of cursed it for me. Like, it can't be good.
I said then why bother?
Yeah.
There's only so much you can do without him.
Right.
Promises of a sequel, maybe they could have brought Will Smith back, but they were just like, no, he's dead. It's not a spoiler because they released an internet video.
Right.
They're just like, show his plane crashing because he was testing some new alien tech.
Right.
And then he died. The great Will Smith, welcome to Earth, like.
None of those moments anymore. I mean, his son.
So is that who takes over?
Right.
Okay.
So I guess.
Jaden Smith, everyone. Is it Jaden Smith?
No, not his actual son, but
Damn it. Did you like the first Independence Day?
Oh, I loved it.
Okay.
I loved it.
Yeah.
1996.
Wow.
I was we were 13.
Yeah.
And just that movie just captured the imagination. I think it started the whole trope, like the disaster movie tropes of like pre 9/11. Landmarks exploding, like we'd never seen that. Oh, like, oh, whoa, okay,
Yeah.
new bar. Underdogs saving the world.
Yeah.
The thing with animals, like barely making it out alive, and sometimes they're rooting more for the animal than the people.
Best
the speeches,
yeah. The speech.
I wrote down the speech.
Did
I'm
you?
not going to even attempt to like
okay.
deliver it, but
No,
just
but the speech
words.
is amazing.
So powerful.
And even going back to the monuments being blown up, like the cover of the VHS was the White
alien
House. Was
over
it the White House?
The White House.
Yeah, and then it blowing it up, and it's just like, what?
Like that was
Man.
never done before. You don't.
No
mess
way, that wouldn't play
with
now.
the US.
Obama would be like,
He'd just send the drones over.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't have a movie.
That's right. I have not seen the movie since.
Okay.
That first viewing.
Jeff and I try to make a point to watch it every July 4th.
Really?
For the past maybe 3 years.
Oh, that's cool.
And I saw it again this morning. Well, actually, I ran out of time this morning, but I fast forwarded to like the key points.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, like the big battle at the end.
Does the movie hold up?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Does
Okay.
it?
So
Okay.
so like Bill Pullman's speech.
It got to
You know,
again.
you feel so proud to be an American fighting aliens.
Yes.
Like space aliens, guys. Space
Yeah.
aliens.
We will build a wall over these
Right.
aliens.
We will build a wall around Earth.
Does Randy Quaid's performance still hold up?
Yeah, it still holds up. Like at
that
the
dude's
end,
crazy
when
now.
he saves the day, and then the missile it jams on his ship, so then he
Oh, then he
decides
flies
to
it.
sacrifice himself.
Yeah.
That moment when you just realize that everything's gonna, but he looks over to the picture of his children on his dash, and it's like, no, don't. But you knew it's what he had to do. He was like the underdog loser the whole time.
At this point, what's Will Smith doing in the movie? Because all I remember
is with
him.
Jeff Goldblum, and they are trying to plant a virus into the mothership.
Oh,
Where you have to kind of make leaps of faith. Like, okay.
I feel like this new movie, you're gonna make a ton of leaps of faith. There's this scene in the trailer where they're like, "Oh, it's touched down in the Atlantic," and they're like, "Where? All of it." I was like, "What?" Is Jeff Goldblum's character David? I forget his name.
Oh,
David something.
Yeah. Right. Yes.
Yeah. Is he a geologist or what is he? I forget. Is he a scientist?
Yeah, he's some kind of scientist.
Right. He studies dinosaurs. Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
I'm excited to see the original cast.
Okay. Yeah.
And kind of see where the characters have been.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope there is some sort of arc where it's like, oh, this is what happened to this character.
Yeah.
And Bill Pullman's, crazy now, or Jeff Goldblum's, well,
Washed
he's always
up.
crazy.
Right. After Independence Day, so many movies. Would you say that started like the disaster film run for a little while?
Yeah, because those guys, the guys who directed this movie and Independence Day, that's all they do.
Roland Emmerich, right? The master of
2012,
disaster.
The Day After Tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's all they do. And I don't like those movies. So, and again, I've only seen Independence Day really like maybe 1.5 times.
Oh,
and
wow.
I'm just kind of like, yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm not into the big eye candy. Like I want story and character, and I just don't want blowing up. If I can get like a solid Jeff Goldblum.
There you go. You're gonna hang on to something.
If I can hang on to that,
I'll hang on to that too.
hopefully that will push the movie into the reels. But I don't know. I'm kind of like, I mean, we're not going in hating the movie. We're just going in sort of
I'm going in hating the movie.
Oh, are you? Oh no! So
I'm already like.
Okay. I'm checking my expectations at the door. I think
that's a healthy way to go. I'll try.
Yeah. All right. We'll see what happens. So.
Can we get our life back? Can we get our 2 hours back? That was so depressing.
Hey everyone, we just got back from watching Independence Day, Resurgence, and I'm just gonna start driving.
Yeah. Let's get out of here.
So did you like the movie?
Oh God.
Just right off the gate, wheels.
Yeah, wheels.
And
just tear away from the curb.
Over. No, it's it was.
Wow.
I feel like that movie would have been really good if it came out in the 90s, like a straight sequel.
Like a direct, like right after.
It very much had the feel and of a 1990s like really cheesy sci-fi film.
Well, I like,
which the first one is.
Yeah.
But the movie really needed Will Smith. Like,
I don't
needed
know
that.
if he could have. Yeah.
You don't think he could have saved it?
I don't think he could have saved it. There was just too much wrong with it. There were too many ancillary characters that we didn't give about.
They try to shove these new characters down your throat.
Which
like,
is fine, you know, like, okay.
No, it
we
wasn't
have
fine.
To,
They
no,
should-
no, like, the idea of it was fine. Like, okay,
I guess.
you know, like,
I didn't
alright, fall in love with new people.
And we
These
didn't.
people, no, they sucked.
And
like,
we didn't. They
we
were
didn't care
not.
about them. I wouldn't fault a movie for having too many characters because it can be done to manage characters. I mean, Civil War did it wonderfully. Right?
Yeah, and like
But
Lord of
this
the Rings.
was- yeah.
And,
This was a muddled mess. It was a muddled mess. Too many people we didn't care about. And then, okay, so you kind of know what you're going into watching a sequel. You're expecting to see some of the same lines, but a new take on it. You're expecting to maybe have it recapture that same energy. There was none of that.
They really emphasized that Will Smith isn't in the movie. Like
did.
every 5 minutes,
They
they had to
did
be
give
like,
him an
"Dude's
homage."
dead. Hey, your dad's dead. Hey,
Yeah, I know,
hey,
guys.
Hey, there's a airport hangar named after your dad who's dead." And
How do you feel about that?
yeah, like every chance they got to tell the kid that his dad was Will Smith.
Will Smith didn't want to sign on to do the movie wisely. What do you think about that?
Your last name is Heller. So is your dad. Your dad's name is Heller also, and he's dead.
I think it's Hillard.
Is it Hill? I don't care. Will Smith was sorely missed. I honestly feel like if they kept him alive, they kept Brett Spiner alive.
I was gonna say Brett Spiner, oddly enough, was probably the most joyful part of the movie.
Yeah.
Like he won me over a couple times. I'm like, this guy is like the
He's
spark
having-
this
yeah.
whole movie needs. But
Like
it's
he
still
brought
not
that.
enough.
He brought that cheese from the first movie.
did.
Like his character was alive, and you're just like, wait, what?
He survived that, and then he's been in a coma for 20 years.
For 20
Spoiler alert for anyone who gives about giving for this movie.
The robot from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy's in the movie. That big
This
sphere.
big old sphere
What's
with
the
a big
robot's
eye.
name? Douglas or Tom or something? I don't know. Anyway, so there's a robot that has transcended their physical being, and they're like, this is in the movie, guys.
Yeah.
There's a sphere that is an ally to Earth, and that's why the aliens come back. There's a distress signal
Because this alien species is the only threat
to
this,
the intergalactic. So
horrible
yeah,
aliens.
and surprisingly, spoilers, they set up Independence Day 3
For some
Star
reason.
Wars.
Yeah.
There's a really cool character in the movie. I don't know his name.
Who? Who's the cool character?
The machete guy, Dikembe Mutombo.
Oh yeah, that guy.
The warlord who like kills the aliens with
From behind.
from behind with machetes.
Machetes.
That guy was cool, I thought.
He was cool.
But then he was paired up with
who was that guy?
Floyd,
Some dork in a suit.
John Oliver.
Why was he there? They didn't explain.
So
why
he was like
there.
so there's this guy who was a businessman, legal. He's probably from legal.
Sure.
And he had all these papers
say
for
legal.
Jeff Goldblum to sign.
Right.
And then by the end of the movie, he becomes a badass because he's hanging out with Dikembe Mutombo.
And then no one cared.
Yeah. I don't like the alien designs for these movies. I didn't like them back then, and I didn't like them now.
I mean, it's your standard alien. It's the ripoff of the aliens.
Kinda. So you know how like the xenomorphs and the aliens, they're very phallic. These ones were like vaginas.
Right,
like,
right. Yeah, vag face.
Yeah, they had vag faces. Underneath their face was another face.
Right.
Face.
Face.
So, what did you think of? Man, this movie's a piece of.
It's really bad. It's really bad.
It's so hard to talk about it.
It is.
Judd Hirsch is back, and he's taking kids in a bus. and Vivica Fox is dead. They just kill her.
I know. I think that's where I lost my faith in the movie.
So
that's it. I threw in the towel. I'm like, this movie sucks officially.
And she's like working at a hospital.
She's a nurse.
And then the giant alien thing that lands in all of the Atlantic.
She saves a baby.
She risks her life. She saves a baby.
Puts them up on the helipad of the hospital.
And then the guy grabs Vivica Fox. The son's just watching in his plane, and he's like, "Hold on, Mom." And then she just falls to her death.
And then he drops her, and she falls.
She was in the movie for about 2 minutes.
Yeah. So both his parents are dead. That's fantastic. Feel-good movie of the year.
And then Bill Pullman, he's all old and crotchety, and he grew a beard.
Sad.
We need to fly. We need to do the exact same thing like we did in the first movie, except instead of Randy Quaid, it's Bill Pullman. He had a speech,
which was half-assed,
where he was like, and his voice was cracking, like he was hitting like seniority puberty. He sounded really weird.
The only hope of a sequel like this is to leverage the stuff that we loved about the first one, but they don't even do that.
No, so that's what we were talking about or getting to. I don't know. We're all over. We are all over the
just like
the movie. Yeah. Seriously, it ended with, we're gonna kick some serious alien ass. Credits. Yeah. Jeff Goldblum's in it, but I don't think he was in it. You know what I'm saying? He was a little more kooky.
He was checked out.
And he checked out.
The thing that we love about the first movie is the ass kicking, but then also the relationships, right? Now, I don't know if you remember this from the first one, but Jeff Goldblum's character in the first one had an estranged relationship with his wife, who was on President Whitmore's staff. Okay. And so they reconciled at the end of that movie.
Oh, so she's not in it?
Yeah.
So
they just didn't even explain even a throwaway line of what happened.
Yeah, they could have just had her on the rooftop with Vivica Fox and just killed her too. That would have been awesome, right? So they're trying to decipher this symbol.
Is the robot.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
That we thought was a threat, but it's actually...
It's an ally.
We shot first.
They like blew it out of... They blew it out of the... They're like, they're back. And it's like...
Woo!
Like, we won! There was a mix-up. I didn't understand what they were celebrating, because all these people gathered. Yeah. And I was like, oh, they're celebrating the first movie. Like the victory.
The anniversary.
It's the anniversary of the first movie. See, that's the thing. You never got a sense of time. You weren't in the moment. Like, stuff was just happening.
They were just throwing like, oh, these people over here. And then each time they throw to those people, oh, right, those people. Forgot about those people. I went to the washroom after the movie, and this lady summed it up perfectly. She said to me, they killed all the old timers from the first one. I said, yeah, they did. Yeah. So maybe it's the last one. And I said, I hope so. And she said, they have to do something new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do.
They do.
I just really wanted to see Jeff Goldblum, and I got that.
Yeah. He had glimmers of... He wasn't kooky enough to me. In the first one, he's like full kooky.
You know why? Because he had Will Smith to play off of.
Yeah.
The movie seriously was missing Will Smith. Like, I think Will Smith could have at least...
Or even someone to fill that energy.
The son didn't do that. The character...
No. I think they just maybe were avoiding, like, okay, we can't have him be another Will Smith. I think they were trying to place that responsibility on Liam Hemsworth's character.
Yeah, which was... He sucked. No, bad idea. The landmarks.
Which was a cute part in the trailer, and then by the time you get it in the movie, you're just like...
I don't give a shit. Like, that's...
really care.
Like, it's stupid, yeah. Don't go see... You know what? Go see it. Go see it. If you want to know how, why we're like hating on it so bad, go see it. Form your own opinion. You know, whatever. But for us, this is a Wheels.
Big fat. Get out while you can.
I would wait till streaming, and even then, I probably would just put it in my queue and not watch it.
Yeah.
For Reels on Wheels, this has been Justin.
And Aireen. Welcome to Earth!
I'm speechless.
Yeah.
I'm just like, really?
Yeah. Wow. So, X-Men Apocalypse was a lot better than this.
Yeah, totally. At least X-Men Apocalypse, it had a lot of cool stuff in it. Like,
Yeah, you still had the mutants doing their thing.
yeah, the last hour of X-Men, the last half hour of X-Men Apocalypse is stupid.
Yeah. They didn't know how to end it.
The last half hour of this movie and the rest of the movie was also stupid.